We're sitting here in Philharmonic Hall in the city of Odessa. We're about 3 blocks from the Black Sea. And as you can see, this is a building which is Venetian Gothic architecture, which is a very rare style to be found outside of Venice, but here it is right in the middle of Odessa. And you know, when you think of Europe geographically, Odessa has always been geographically part of Europe. It's interesting thought, geography. You know, I studied in Vienna, and the Viennese were always very conscious of an interesting fact. The distance from Vienna to the border with the former Soviet Union, in other words, today's border between Hungary and Ukraine, is less than the distance from Vienna to the Swiss border. That's a fact. And you know, the European origins of this city are deep and they are long. Your referendum is not about possible EU membership for Ukraine, not at all. It's an association agreement. And the history of Europe is fraught with conflicts between neighbors. We have one right now. And I think the word neighbor is so important because, you know, if you think of Europe as a neighborhood, which is what it is, it's actually a pretty small neighborhood because geographically Europe is a lot smaller, for example, than Africa or than other continents. It's so important that your neighbor is stable, because if your neighbor is stable, that's good for you too. And I think that's what this is all about. Again, you know, this is not EU membership for Ukraine or even going down that road, but it certainly is something to help the stability of this country. And I think that is in everyone's interest.